Hi Pisces, and welcome to your tarovideoscope for August 2016 by Alma. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, I may be reached at almalightworker.com or almalightworker@gmail.com. This will be a general reading. Please make sure that you check out your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. If you click here in the Show More section below, I will be posting a link to a continuation of this reading if you are interested to hear more. In the next video, the continuation of this one, I will be pulling out 4 more cards and pass on to you the rest of your Akashic messages. And please like, share, and subscribe. By subscribing, you allow me to take messages for you as well. Let's focus on your reading, Pisces. The general feelings that I am picking up, they have to do with a moving away. There could be a reunion or a gathering with a few people, something that has to do with a judge or an authority figure, and generally a hint toward success. Let's break it down one by one. In the position representing you, you have the Six of Swords. This is the card. And the Six of Swords, to me, it is a card that denotes physical or mental travel toward a new journey, a new place, or toward a new idea. Carries challenges along the way, but it will take you to a better place of balance and equilibrium. It could also mean a counselor that shows up for you, or a book that will bring you toward a state of balance and equilibrium. Allow me to focus so this way I can get some psychic messages why the Six of Swords showed up in your reading. I keep getting like a trip or a travel across the ocean, maybe transatlantic for some of you. Some of you could either be relocating in a different country or in a different state. Some of you could be relocating from the north part to the south part. So it's going to be like a huge kind of a move or travel. Some of you may decide to live in this place one day after an initial travel. I am picking up that you also carry with you a sense of sorrow for the old world, for the old friendships that you are leaving behind you. However, you are excited to go in this new journey. I am picking up that it also means that little by little you are leaving your old connections, old relationships behind you. So I do feel like this could happen one by one or a little by little. And somehow the Six of Swords, it's kind of showing me, or I'm getting a sense that you could be also dealing with a matter of inheritance. Now you are done dealing that matter and you are doing the move. Maybe some sort of a property comes back to you after resolving an inheritance issue for some of you. I also keep getting a spiritual journey, self-reevaluation. You could be thinking of joining some sort of a spiritual path, beginning a spiritual path for some of you. And I'm also picking up that for some of you, it could be that you and your partner now see things in a different life. There is a coming back of an understanding of God, the divine, and spirituality in a whole new life. So this could be you and your partner deciding together to either get some sort of a healing, spiritual counseling, or to join forces in some sort of a self-discovery journey or a spiritual journey together for some of you. And for the purpose of this general reading, if this doesn't make any sense to you, I am also going to say that it simply means that you are going to leave behind you at least anything that bothered you at a mental level, turning the back on a bad situation with the hopes that you can now start a new journey or a new beginning, kind of leaving some sort of a trouble behind you. In the position of what could be crossing you, you have the Six of Cups, and to me the Six of Cups, it is the soulmate card. Another meaning of the card has to do with reminiscing over old times, old memories, having nostalgia of simple pleasures. It could be a reunion. And let me figure out why the Six of Cups showed up in your reading. I keep getting a sense that it has a lot to do with a particular family member, maybe one of your siblings, and this could be you visiting them or plans for a visit in the near future. I do feel like there is a sense of secrecy and surprise. I feel like you could be conspiring, so to speak, with one of your siblings for some secret traveling to surprise someone. I am also picking up in at least one Pisces out there who has some sort of nostalgia over a place when you grew up, because I am picking up in that going through some pictures and memories of the past, and some of these pictures are still in black and white. They go that far back. I am picking up in, again, movies that are in black and white for some of you. I feel like whatever happened, you have this sense of I am now free, and you have this strong desire to connect with nature or to be spending more time outdoors. For some of you, it could be that you could be attending some sort of a small gathering outside. Maybe it's going to be dining out, having a lunch or a luncheon in outdoors, maybe a picnic even that I am picking up. I am also having a strong feeling like visiting some sort of a very big institution. It could be a government institution. This could also simply be for pleasure or out of curiosity, visiting like old monuments, old buildings, museum. Maybe you could be visiting the Colosseum in Rome. So buildings that are very distinct from the time that they were built or from their architecture. These kind of buildings. And if this doesn't make any sense to you, because this is a general reading, I am also going to say that the other meaning of the card is take a moment to smell the roses. You have more challenges and more work ahead of you. Therefore, take a pause, a moment to enjoy. Take some time off. Some of you could be having like a week or 2 weeks off. In the position of what's above you, you have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords, to me, it is a card that denotes heartbreak. It also denotes heartbreak that could come to you from personal relationships, love relationships. It could be a love triangle for some of you. So let me focus a little bit more. Let me figure out what's the reason why this card showed up for you. I feel like re-examining your relationships that you have with friends or friendships in the past, in the current days, but also I'm picking up like a strong desire to change this kind of vibe. I do feel like maybe in the past, or maybe even still in your current present days, you kind of tend to attract a particular kind of friendship. And I do feel like the quality of acquaintances or friends that will enter your life will be different. I do feel, even though your life is getting better, I still feel like you still have an ache or a desire for something. I do feel like it's going to be a powerful time of releasing old emotions that are blocking your love for the time being. Some of you could have some important decisions to make in your current love relationship. As I said, some of you could be going for couples counseling and still having a big question mark as to where this relationship is going for some of you. So there is a little bit of sadness in this card. And if this didn't make any sense to you, the other meaning of the card is also death of an idea or death of a project. If this doesn't happen now in August, I do feel like this could happen in September or in October. But I do feel like the reason for this to happen, death of an idea or death of a project, is because there is something better in the making for you out there. Whatever is going to happen, I keep hearing that the universe will arrange for you to kind of feel seen, be seen, and not having to feel like you're working in the back or you're working in the background. There's going to be more appreciation and recognition in the making for you, Pisces. So you're going to come out of these heavy emotions or these dark times that are causing some heavy emotions for you. In the next card, in the position of what's the root cause of this, you have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords to me represents an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. So this King of Swords could be a judge. He is someone that could be perceived as harsh in judgment, but this is not the case. It also, what else is the King of Swords? I do feel like he's a leader, or he represents an authority figure, and he kind of expects other people to follow him. If you are in need for advice, so you can get some advice to make some important decisions, this King of Swords is the right person to go to. Allow me to focus so this way I could pick up some psychic messages in relation to this King of Swords. And it comes up to me in two ways. A very strong feeling that I have is that this King of Swords could be your father for some of you, or your stepfather. It could be also an uncle, but you do respect him like a father, like authority in your life. So it could be your own father for some of you. And I do feel like you could have a difference in opinion in something that has to do with your life. Even though they have the best interest in heart when it comes to you, sometimes you may not see the same thing in the same way as them. Maybe they have a different point of view. You may think of them as sometimes they are being overly protective toward you, and sometimes you may feel like you needed them more, to be more active in your life, to provide for you this place when you feel protected, or to fight for you. So there is going to be a communication that needs to heal between you and a father figure for some of you Pisceans. Another reason that this King of Swords showed up for you is because I do feel like this could be an authority figure at work. It could be a boss, a manager, a supervisor, and it comes up to me as you feel like you have been working so hard to try to please them, or to do your work at the best of your ability, and I do feel like you feel it's time for you to be recognized for your hard work and persistence by this authority figure at work, by your boss. Sometimes you feel like they could be doing a little bit more instead of just giving orders. I do feel like they need to be a little bit more involved in sorting out something that is going on in the communication between some co-workers. And I do feel like this authority figure at work is in the process of thinking to make some very important changes and decisions that will affect you, but they will affect you in a positive light. So prepare to hear some sort of a news from a boss in relation to some important changes and decisions that are going to involve everyone. Now, for some of you, this King of Swords could show up as some sort of a spiritual leader for some of you. And I'm also picking up like you could be the one consulting with this King of Swords one-to-one. If you are into any kind of consulting business, you are going to be attracting a lot of Aquarians, Libras, or Geminis, sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign, and it's kind of everybody is coming to you for some advice because they have to make some important decisions, and you could be helping them out. And if this doesn't make any sense to you, for the purpose of this general reading, I am going to say that whoever you perceived as they are judging you in a harsh way, you may suddenly discover that that was a story you created in your mind, in your head. And this may not be the case at all, because there's going to be a resolution or a direct communication, and you are going to feel very supported by this King of Swords, whoever he is. The next card that you have in the position of the near past, we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, to me, it is a card that denotes like a fake fight. It means practice, exercise, struggle with people who have less experience than you. And it also means winning a small fight that will bring for you the chance and the opportunity to win the big war. So let me focus. This way I can figure out what's the reason why the Five of Swords showed up in your reading. It does feel to me like a little bit of a lot of inner struggles. You could be dealing a little bit with either communication issues or computer issues. I do feel like some important files, some important documents, some important work could be either lost for whatever reason in your computer. Some of you may be having a hard time to retrieve some lost information, so please be careful around that. And I do feel like the Five of Wands showed up for some of you because you had to deal maybe recently with some sort of a health issue, even if it is making some changes to improve your health or your body's energy. Now in August, you may see some huge improvements and great results in your hard work and the persistence that you did put in the past to change your health for the better or to shift your body's energy in a healthier way. I am picking up that some of you are really experiencing like a huge weight loss. You may see like cholesterol levels dropping to more of a normal level. I am picking up some sort of a breakthrough to manage your diabetes or your sugar level better. I am picking up in balancing better cravings that were unhealthy for you. So it seems to me like you had to struggle in the past with something in relation to your health, but now in August you are going to see and experience the huge shifts and some sort of a good news in relation to your health. Some of you could be training for a new position. So maybe this is the time that you are done training and now you are going to take on full on the job, on the responsibilities of this job, because the training or the preparation phase for it is over. And I'm also picking up on a feeling like this could also be family members, and you may feel at the center of attention. Everybody's coming to you for some sort of advice, or there is something going on in the family that you feel like you have to intervene to kind of help everybody to come to a common resolution. And I do feel like it's something resolvable. It's just one of those things that it has to happen, and again, you could be ending up at the center of attention, having to resolve either miscommunication between family members among each other or between a family member and you. In the position of the near future, you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands, it is a card to me that denotes embarking upon a journey from which you cannot come back towards the realization of a dream, for a dream to come true. It also means a hint for you. You are going to experience some sort of a victory or success in a journey that you just began. So this is like the universe is giving you a hint that you are headed towards the right direction. Enjoy this moment, this small or minor success, because eventually, if you work harder, this is the road toward greater success for you. And it does seem to me like, again, you are waiting for a news to arrive. You did your work, or you send your ships out, and you are now waiting to hear some sort of a news in relation to that. So let me see why the Three of Wands showed up for you. I do feel like the next 3 months, they could be a turning point for you. For some Pisces, you are going to see a huge turning point to a situation, a major struggle, that you are going to see some positive new developments. So this could happen in August, this could happen for other Pisceans in September or in October. But most definitely by October, you have resolved some major issues for you. Some of you maybe had to deal with either a matter of career, maybe switching a career, starting a brand new career, starting a business, or advance in your current career. It does feel to me like a lot of communication issues could be resolved, and some of you could be expanding your business or your communication overseas in international waters, international affairs. I do feel like you could be dealing with either business overseas or foreign countries through your work or through your connections, and you are going to feel very blessed. You could be planning for some sort of a long travel, even maybe planning or thinking in your mind for a possible cruise or a boat party, just going around in places to search for any business ventures or just for pure fun and relaxation. I keep hearing that very soon you are going to gather together all the facts that you need, all the data that you need, because I do feel like you are compiling everything into a file or into a book that will be published. And I do feel like it's not necessarily artistic, although it could be, but I do feel like a lot of you Pisceans are working in a more scientific oriented background. So you could be putting together data, facts in relation to a scientific research that could be published or maybe recently got published, and some of you could be receiving news of how well your research work was received. You could be waiting on a review of something that you released or published. Some of you could be dealing with matters of a new love. For some of you, you could be dating or recently maybe you started to date someone who has this very sharp, keen sense of dressing. They either dress like they have some sort of a uniform, a military uniform, or they either dress up in a very special code of dressing. So it could be some sort of a, as I said, a very distinct kind of uniform, or they have this very royal feel in the way they dress. Maybe they always dress very elegant, with some very expensive jackets or very expensive line of clothing. That is, it feels elegant, yet it feels old-fashioned, and yet it feels a little bit like it came from a different country or from a different era. So something about the way they dress and their style of clothing will be very particular for this person with whom you recently are starting a relationship, or you will be starting a relationship, as I said, by August, September, or October for some of you. So generally, I do feel like if you were expecting a news of any kind, whatever news you were expecting or information, I do feel that that will come to you as a very positive and joyful news. And for some of you, you could also be having an occasion to celebrate. Let's move on to your Akashic messages. And I did access your Akashic messages on July 24th. A series of events comes to a completion. finishing up with a campaign of some sort, finishing up with some important research. Some of you could be featured in the media, you could be mentioned in an article or in a book of importance. I also get images of taking an interest in foreign affairs, dealing with foreigners, immigrants, foreign politics, foreign trade, and even currency exchange. You may hear of something happening with the market and financial trades, and that will affect the value of the currency exchange. Some of you are transitioning into a new home or into a new job. There will be something important happening with family or a family matter, as it feels like to me, family, you are going to feel like you're getting closer to family. I got images of a brother and a sister reuniting, kind of finding each other. Maybe there was an estrangement between the two of you, or specifically between a brother and a sister, but this could be you and any family member. So now there's going to be like getting closer, finding some resolution, and starting to talk to one another again. Some of you could help in raising a child, or some of you could be offering to babysit for someone as a way to help them. They also sent me a feeling, like I got this feeling of stomach discomfort, kind of like nausea, upset stomach. Some of you may deal with a stomach virus or a flu virus, or even a pregnancy. I got images of a brother and a sister finding each other after a long time of researching to find each other, to track each other down. I got images of twins meeting for the first time and reuniting after being separated earlier in life. Many of you will find someone that looks so much like you in their physical appearance. I also get images of a wedding, so this could be your own wedding for some of you, Pisces. You may hear also news about an older relative passing away. Again, remember that I'm just here to pass on the messages to you. So an older relative could be passing away for some of you. A sudden career opportunity shows up for many of you, or definitely an opportunity to show up your skill and your ability. Some of you could be joining an animals' rights group or an animals' rights movement or campaign. People will feel very generous and very giving toward you, Pisces. You will feel like you are a rising star. I also get acting jobs in the making or in the offering for some of you Pisceans. You could be offered like a small, or you could be getting a small part in a movie, in a theater play, or in a commercial. I also get images of buying tickets to a theater play, a concert, a magic show, visiting museums, attending a gala, or a charity event. You may experience some ups and downs in communications with others. So there's going to be something to be resolved. Something is up and down when the communication with others, but they said that ultimately you will be okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click in the link below if you want to hear a continuation of this video, and contact me for a private consultation at amalightworker.com or amalightworker@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great month. Bye.